Hey guys, this is Paula from Vanna's Crafty Designs, and I have some more vintage canvases. You know, the ones we get from Temu that's got the stores and the houses and the shops and all that, and they look old-timey. And so I got some more in. They're 40 by 40s, and my goal next year, can't do it this year. Can you believe this year's almost up? Oh, but anyway, my goal this year is to do at least 1 to 2 of these canvases a month, among other things, and put them all on the wall. So we got a big village next year, 2026 Vintage Village. And but anyway, so let's get down to the table and look and see what 5 vintage canvases has come in from Temu. Hold on just a minute. Okay, I went ahead and took them out of their bags and their canvases separate, and I've got all their drills over here, and we'll take a look at these and see what we've got. Of course, they all came with the handy dandy, and the handy dandy is the green tray, the pink wax, and of course a pink wand. We got that, and they all came with that. The first one we're going to look at, and this one I actually thought was so cute because, if I'm not mistaken, we have a little kitten in the mailbox, or the mail truck as you call it. But this is the post office. Antique post office. You see the little flag over here, and like I said, I think that's a little kitten driving the mail truck. Old-timey wheels. I just think these are so cute. The drill feel looks pretty good on them. The D's over here are a little light, but I'd say you could probably use a light board, or even sometimes if I don't have a light board, I use this magnifying glass, which is really nice because it lights up, and you can just go through here and see some of the lighter things that are a little bit lighter. I can pick those out. So anyway, these are 40 by 40. Let's see if we can find the drills that goes with this. 25904. Not that one. It's not that one. 25904. Right, here it is. All right, these are in baggies, and they're all marked, and they're round drills. You can see these. You've got your oranges, you got some like a slate blue, as you would see with our United States Post Office. We have a lot of the slate blue look. Those are very nice. It kind of goes with this whole color palette here. Very, very nice. And like I said, they are rounds. There are a total of 20 colors. The first 8 colors are 1 through 8, then 9 through 20 is numerical. Not numerical, I'm sorry, alphabetical. All right, so there is the post office. What do we got next? Next, we have the bank. Everybody needs a bank in their antique village, of course. Gotta have a way to have money flowing. And it is spelled correct. This is a good thing. B-A-N-K. And I really like the light post, and it looks like flowers hanging off of the post. And just really nice. This one's also got a really nice drill feel. Looking at it though, it's mostly symbols. Mostly all symbols. Things like a half moon, a dot, slashes. That's what this is. And it's got over here art mosaic. So there's the bank. If you all can see that. And looking at the numbers, right here are the colors. I did notice that these are in those little bitty bags. I don't understand these baby bags. So anyway, the numbers will come off. So you have to be careful with that. But there is the color palette for that. It looks like it has some grays and some blues, of course, and a little bit of rose color. So that's the color palette for this one. This is the bank. Like I said, they're all 40 by 40s. This is the police station. And so far in all my villages, which I have been told they're notorious for the bad spelling. And this one is not spelled correctly. They've got P-I-L-I-C-E instead of police, which looking at it, it looks like this side had been cut off and this, I don't know. It's not really an I, it's kind of half moon. But anyway, so here's the police station. And I like the old lamps, and they got birds up here. Let's see if I can find. This one came with an inventory sheet, like this, and a thumbnail. And then of course, you can see some of the colors here. They're rounds, they're in baggies. There's some of that blue. I wonder if I can get this out. I'm showing these a little bit because of the inventory sheet in the way. Kind of check that out. It looks like we also have a little handy dandy in this pack. Yep, there it is, handy dandy. And the inventory sheet. There are a total of 18 colors on here. This is the quality and the colors, DMC colors. And then you've got 1 through 8 that is numerical, and then 9 through 18, which is alphabet. All right, and there's no specials in here, but they are rounds and they're in baggies. So you can see those. There's some baggies. Some different colors. They're all kind of thrown in here together, but they are marked. So there's like a 15. This one's an 18 and an 11. So you can follow the guide on the side there, the ledger with the numbers. All right, we'll put this in here so we'll know what goes with what. And there's some of the drills. Like I said, these are not really lined up really great, but there we go. So there's the police station. Our next one to show is the school. And this one has the school bus. Looks like a box of crayons or maybe outside gym toys. Of course, school is spelled correctly. The lanterns. I just really like the lanterns and the birds in these. This one has 18 colors. And let's see, this is the school. Yeah, it's also got an inventory sheet. Some of them do, some of them don't. I'm not really sure why, but that's just the way they are. Okay, and here's our inventory sheet. Got a thumbnail and shows our 18 colors. And it looks like they're 1 through 8 is numerical, and 9 through 18 is alphabetical. They're rounds. And got some pretty colors in here. Here's like a rust and a yellow. I'm sure that's for the school bus. And then there's another handy dandy. So there's some of the colors in there. Like there's a lot of that color. See how full that bag is? There's probably this background here. Roll this up. keep this with this so I know which set of drills this is for. And we have one more 40 by 40. This is the pizza shop. Oh, got to have a good pizza. Look at those tomatoes. And it looks like it's spelt correctly. Like I said, so far it's just been the police station that was kind of off. I'm not sure if you'll see these words down in here on this sign. It's kind of small. But there's a flower pot and just baskets of tomatoes, and there's pizza. Really nice. And here are the drills that go with that. They are packaged as rounds, and they come together and they're in baggies. You can see that. See that orange in there? I'm sure that's for the pizzas and the tomatoes. And so yeah, here are our drills. I'm trying my best to find a place where we are not bombarded by glare, but I just don't know if that is even possible. But right here we have the pizza shop. That's one that we looked at. We have the school. We have the police station. So the police is police. The bank. And the post office. And probably because these are really wrinkled up and these plastics are just so thin, I will have to lay these down flat and probably lay them something heavy on them. I don't think the backs are real bad. This one's kind of wrinkled. So we may do some ironing. It just depends. But yeah. Here is another 5 of the vintage village. And these are really cute to look at. Like I said, I have a few more coming. I'm not sure how many more. But I hope that you enjoy these little vintage village guys. I think they're adorable, and we'll have to do these next year and see how they all turn out. That should be neat. If you happen to be on Temu and find any of these that you like, they weren't real expensive. I like the 40 by 40 because I think it's a bigger image, but it's not huge. And the bigger the image with all the little detail, it seems to work out better. But if you have any of these, and I start to work on one each month in 2026, I will let you know. And if you like to work on one with me, you can. Even if it's not this type, if it's just something that's a village, like, I don't know, a building or a store or something that could make a village, you're more than welcome to work with me. But we'll talk about that more as we get past the holiday season. And I hope everybody is safe and happy and blessed. And thank you for liking and subscribing and sharing. I appreciate it more than you know. Every like, all the views, all these things that we get here to help grow our channel are very, very helpful. And I appreciate you so much. Okay, guys, until next time, I'll see you later. Bye-bye.